enough to pay off my debt and be like, I'm done. No, you still have other questions to ask. I don't give a shit. I'm out.
Price is right. Oh, you got $1 million. I'm done.
All right, cool.
What?
No, we have to do the big showcase. I don't give a fuck.
No.
Don't you want to spin the giant wheel?
No.
I'm good.
No,
Thanks.
I want my money. That's it.
I will take 10s and 20s.
Yeah. Can I get the stats?
Here's.
Can I get the stats?
Welcome to the KJJ Podcast.
What's up, motherfucker?
What's up, bitch? Woo! My name, it's Kevin. That's what the K stands for.
What's up, folks? The name is Jay.
And that's what the J stands for, which is easy to remember.
Correct. It's once again, I stole it. I own it.
Stole it from who?
Well, technically, Agent J. What?
Agent J?
You really don't MIB? Men in Black? I had
No,
that shit.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I had that shit before.
I didn't know
fucking
you.
Will Smith.
Oh, I thought you were saying you took it from him.
Technically, I owned it before him, but I feel like I have to take it back.
All right, where's your fucking royalties?
Not black enough.
Oh,
Only
damn shame.
hitting at half.
that's a damn shame.
So I should get half the royalties.
Crank up that melanin, sir.
That's going to be a losing battle. Unless you want me to get a little crispier.
Just go out into the sun.
Yep. Nope.
All right, so this week, the show that we watched was called Your Name.
Kimi no Nawa.
You always got to show off that shit.
What? I like to go ahead and put the Hepburn in there.
I'm just messing with
Because, maybe somebody who actually listens in a Japanese area is like, hey.
Hey, there's one word I know. I'll just listen to the rest of this.
I mean, hopefully they're learning some English and they'll,
You're welcome.
Segue.
Well, this is not the podcast to learn English because we speak only bad English.
Yes, very
And
much
worse
bad
English.
English. We do English, Pig Latin, and bad English. No, we're not doing Pig Latin
Wait,
right
Ben,
now. No.
Too late.
Nope.
Nope, you said it, and here it is. I'm sorry, ear hay.
Ear hay. Yeah, that's all
It
you
is. Hay.
Nah, that's it. Nope. I will not continue with Pig Latin because
Ik pay Attenley?
fuck you.
We watched Oye Aimne.
Yep.
Why don't they have that shit on Duolingo?
Head to Mike. Head to Mike.
Okay, so Your Name was a slice of life anime.
You say it was a slice of life. They say it was a slice of life. You know what? I don't feel like it was. I feel like it started kind of feeling like a slice of life, but then it kind of like 360'd into like a bit of sci-fi fantasy almost.
I'll be completely honest. Like this slice of life, like it's up there.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's really fucking good.
So, and I hate to break like into everything immediately because I like to.
All right, well then hold on. Before you get excited, I know. Calm down, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get there. And it's gonna be great. Okay, so let's talk about our characters first, and then we can just do the bullshit that we do.
Okay, well.
So let's hear the characters and directors and all this stuff, all your good information.
All right, let me.
I don't even need to talk about the art because let me tell you, art was fucking amazing. I really enjoyed every time that she looked up into the sky and saw that comet because the art for that was fucking phenomenal and like the glowing and
It was fucking gorgeous.
it was so good. It was such a pretty anime.
My God. I know I praise Miyazaki for all the stuff he's done for Studio Ghibli.
Right.
But this just was visually magnificent.
There was not a hesitation at all in this. It was like everything blended together. It worked perfectly. Like I was expecting a slice of life anime, and I was planning on just sitting there and zoning out through it. But
black soda.
yeah, like that, except for the fucking record scene. That fucking bucktooth bitch.
God.
Anyways, smile for me.
Punch that bitch in the fucking face.
But anyways, this slice of life, I found myself 10 minutes in really into it, and then the further it got into it, like I'd say the last third of the show, I was like focused. Like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, because the
This
stakes
is
were
awesome.
freaking high by that point.
Yes, it was awesome. Anyways, directors.
No.
Characters, yes.
I'm going to go with scores first.
Okay, scores first.
Of
course.
So IMDb 8.4 out of 10 out of
appropriate
259,000 reviews. Rotten Tomatoes 98% with 116 reviews. 94% out of 10,000 ratings of other people.
That's awesome.
My Anime List 8.9 out of 10 out of 1,687,536 users.
Should we start putting our own reviews? Like, should we start rating them and adding to these afterwards?
I feel like we should. We really need to, because we have not yet.
Yeah, we haven't done that. Maybe we should do that.
So guess what, folks? We're gonna start adding our own take on these.
But how do I do that other one that I was torn about? Summer Wars. Summer Wars, I had like a between 6 and 8. I wanted to like just drop a median, like 7.75 or something.
I guess we'll have to look and see how we give the reviews.
All right. Anyways.
Yeah. Google users, 96%. And as usual, I can't find an actual number on that because Google's just like, no.
I do whatever I want and you like it. And we're like, yes, sir.
Fuck you guys.
Yes, sir.
So, Makoto Shinkai was our director.
Okay.
And apparently he worked on Weathering with You, The Garden of Words.
Put that on the list.
And Children Who Chase Lost Voices.
I have that on the list, actually. The Children Who Chase Lost Voices. But I don't know anything about it.
I mean, that's
so it's on the list, is all I'm saying.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
I think Weathering with You is another one that should probably be on the list if we haven't put it on.
I believe I have that on the list, actually. Nope, but I'm going to put it on there right now. Yay. Anyways.
So outside of that, initially it came out, or at least it was first time it was seen, was at the Anime Expo in Los Angeles. July 3rd of 2016, and then was released in Japan that following August. Which, normally you're like, okay, it's a Japanese opening, and then we get the American release.
Right.
This time was reversed. So I was like, what?
Suck it, Japan!
Don't say that out loud. Don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. Suck it, Japan.
Runtime is at least an hour, 107 minutes, or for, people who break it down, an hour and 52 minutes. So almost 2 hours.
Suck it, Japan.
They had a budget of 750 million yen. But you know how much they made back from that box office?
They had to make a shitload because it was so good. I mean, unless it was like, Big Hero 6 where like it didn't get as much clout as it should have.
Oh, Big Hero 6 should have got way more clout.
Absolutely.
That movie was amazing. I mean, they keep teeing up Baymax in series and stuff. They made an animated series based on it, but that movie should have, like, I wish it would have dropped at a better timing for them because it was really good. It was a great way to bring Disney and Marvel together, I think.
Yes.
For CGI.
Yes.
Outside of live action stuff. So their box office, like I said, budget, 750 million yen. They got back 41.44 billion yen.
And they deserved every fucking penny. Because this one is like, I would say this one was up there with Ghibli.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
100% up there with Ghibli.
Easily.
It was so good.
And this is, as far as production company, this was Comics Wave Films, but it was distributed by Toho, which is a big distributor in Japan. Big. I mean, they put out, like, 9 times out of 10, you see Toho in association with the Funimation films here, but apparently Crunchyroll has acquired Funimation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, people have mixed reviews.
I mean, that's kind of my thoughts on Wizards of the Coast buying T&D.
Well, what it is Crunchyroll does not have a great app. I mean, they have great animation under
Do they have Crunchyroll specific animations?
They do have some that are specifically for Crunchyroll. They have other things that have been translated by Funimation. They have other things by other production companies. But their app sucks in comparison to Funimation's app.
Oh, okay.
So Funimation's app was apparently easily accessible, but when it comes to like audio, you have to like filter through to finally find the proper audio for yourself. I'll have to look at it.
Anyway, all right, I don't use Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
But anyways,
fuck it.
fuck Crunchyroll.
Don't say that out loud now. Shh.
I'm just kidding. Crunchyroll sponsor us.
Exactly. Exactly. What not to say?
That's okay, man. Glass Cannon shits on Paizo all the time.
I mean, literally, dude on TikTok was talking about it, and I was like, huh. Great premise, poor execution.
Okay.
So I was like, Warner Brothers in DC, Warner Brothers DC, and Discovery right now. Terrible.
Yes.
But we're not talking about that. As far as our voice cast, Tachibana was played by Michael Centurnaclass.
Okay.
Yeah, it's some of these names.
It's all right.
I swear.
No explanation necessary.
Mitsuha Miyamizu, Stephanie Shea, Katsuhiko Teshi, Chishigawa, Kyle Herbert. And if you don't know, Kyle Herbert voiced Sosuke Aizen in Bleach. For anybody who loves Bleach and is looking forward,
watch Bleach. Don't care.
1,000-year Blood War arc is about to come out and streaming on Disney, which is weird. But we're not going to talk about that. Just going to bypass that. Sayaka Natori, Cassandra Morris, Tsukasa Fuji, Ben Pronsky, Shinta Takagi, Ray Chase, Miki Okudera, Laura Post, Hitoha Miyamizu, Glynis Ellis, grandmother. Yutsuha Miyamizu, Katie Harvey, Toshiki Miyamizu, Scott Williams,
Dafada? The one who popped in and popped out? Yeah, piece of shit. Fuck you.
Terrible father.
Be a father, bitch.
Futaba Miyamizu, Michelle Ruff, and Yukari Yukino, Katie Vaughn.
All right.
So they're your characters, they're your voice actors. If you want any extra information, guess what? I can give it to you, or, you could go to Wikipedia,
Google,
or you could go to IMDb.
You can do whatever the fuck you want.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, some of these people, like Michelle Ruff, another Bleach alumni.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge, and she's been in some other works that we've watched as well.
Well, I've already talked about the artwork, but this is I'd say the artwork is Ghibli range.
It's so good. God.
But honestly, that's all I really need to say because I'm so excited to get into this story.
Yeah.
Because the beginning, it starts out with Mitsuya waking up and she just starts grabbing her boobs, and you're like, what?
It's not even. It's just a little voiceover, and I love how they did this.
Yes,
because they do the voiceover, and you're like they have a sense of loss. They're constantly searching for something or someone.
Yeah, they feel just a pull towards someone else. Until
the star fell.
Yeah,
and then it goes into this wicked opening theme, and I tell you, it twice in this movie. It made it feel like it could have been broken down into episodes of a show.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad they didn't, though. It was so good.
So the music was by Rad Wimps, and you literally see that in the opening.
Mm-hmm.
But they do the orchestral, and they do the big all-out rock music.
Yeah,
and it's just so good.
It's so perfect.
Grabs you.
Everything
so
together, it flows. It's so fucking good. I said, it was a slice of life, so I was expecting another words bubble up. Problem, but watching your name, and I remember I actually watched this before you did for once.
Yeah.
And I texted you and I was like, this is so fucking good, dude. And you're like, well, I'm about to put it in. I'm like, it's so good. And then your response was, oh my God.
It's like, as soon as I got done with it, I had to text him, and it was like, bro, holy shit.
And he talked about how he almost cried like a bitch.
Hey. Now I said just between us. When I said it initially, and I even had in parentheses.
You did between us girls.
Until now, because
I'm just fucking with you. Because if I had any emotions left, I would probably have cried.
There was 2 or 3 times I was like, "What?"
But oh God, this fucking story, dude. It's all right. So the basic gist of the story.
Yeah.
Before we even get into the fucking details, is that this guy he's going to sleep and he basically wakes up as another girl.
Yeah.
and then he wakes up as the other girl, and he basically lives a day in her life.
Yeah.
And then goes back to sleep, and then wakes back up and he's in his own body. But she's doing the same thing in his body.
Yeah, and they're both confused as shit.
It confuses shit, and it's weird because at first you're like, why are they doing, like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And then they start writing on each other's hands, like, notes to each other, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, who are you?
Yeah. And, like, Taki, who is the boy, is like, he has an app on his phone that's like a journal.
Yeah.
And she starts leaving shit in his app, like, hey, I got you a date on this day with this girl. And you're like, what the motherfucker? Like, why are you doing this?
Like, I wasn't trying to do that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, but that's
yeah, but still.
Don't do it.
Yeah. And so, like, it kept going back and forth. And then, like, I loved it so much because the first third of the movie, it's just them going back and forth and you're seeing their lives separately. Because they, like, the first 10, 15 minutes is nothing but her life from the vision of him.
Right.
And then the next 15 minutes is his life from the vision of her.
Yeah.
And then it goes back and forth pretty, not like any other thing where you get confused by the story.
No, that's when they hit that second point where I'm like, it's starting episode 2.
Yeah, exactly. It felt like episode 2 because they were going back and forth. They were telling like consistent stories.
Right.
And then the breaking point is when you realize that they are 3 years apart.
But you really don't find that out until
closer to the end.
Yeah.
But you realize something is off. Because she's like, hey, the comet's coming tonight.
He's like, what are you talking
and then he's like, what do you mean? It's been 3 years. And then, like, I remember being so fucking into the story because he's like, he starts searching for her. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh my God, like, this is fucking amazing. And they're going through all this shit, and his 2 friends come with him, and he doesn't even know where. The only thing he has to go on is these pictures that he has from when he was her, and he's drawing them.
Oh, yeah. His
art is fucking phenomenal.
So, yeah, see, that's what I loved. That's another thing I loved about this. So you have your scenery. You have your characters. You have just, knick-knacky things here and there, but they're all so well drawn. But then you see him and his drawing inside of this animation, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, because he's like basically going crazy trying to figure out where this person is.
Yes.
And he's like drawing art from what he remembers,
which is
which is so good.
Because you once again, we don't really know much of his background besides the fact that he's in high school, living with his dad, don't know where his mom is.
Yeah.
But, goes to a regular school, living in Tokyo, hangs out with his friends at a cafe, works as a busboy in a restaurant. Mm-hmm. And that's really all you know about him. You don't know.
He's not even a busboy. He's a waiter. He's a waiter.
Yeah.
Because
he's still got a bus
he's a
tables.
waiter. Yeah, he got a bus tables. But still. And then she just lives in a small town.
Right. She's living on the boonies.
Like, yeah. She's living way out in the fucking boonies.
Her version of a cafe is a fucking coffee machine.
Yes. And they're like, hey, let's go to the cafe. And they sit on a bench outside of a vending machine. That's their cafe. Because when she trades places with him, and she's like, oh shit, we can go to a cafe.
Yeah, I can actually get fucking cake.
Yeah, and she goes and spends all his fucking money, and he's like, leaving her notes. Hey, this is why I gotta work so fucking hard. Stop spending all my money. It was just funny as shit.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
And, but, man, I feel like I keep on talking, but I'm so excited about this movie because it was so fucking good.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it was a slice of life, but again, God, it was like fucking... you know what? Honestly, I didn't get as into an anime, even with the Ghibli stuff, which is good because Ghibli I expected good, right? And I got it, and I wasn't expecting to be like sucked in. This one sucked me in because I remember by the end of it when he was searching for her.
Yes,
I was like focused.
Now they say slice of life, but they also call it a romance fantasy. And like I said, I like the fantasy aspect because you did not see it really coming.
Yeah, until
the way it did.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like going for the town, and he's like, fuck yeah, we're going to go to the town. And then they go to the town, and it's obliterated.
Now, the town of Itomori is not a real place.
Oh, okay. Well,
but
surprise.
Other places outside of Itomori were used as
inspiration?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me give some little background for our director because he came up with a great concept. And he came up with this concept because here we go.
Here we go.
So the film was commissioned in 2014.
Okay.
And let me see, Makoto, which is our director. He did this based on, he took a trip. Hold on, I'm trying to find my note. Damn it. I really need to start doing this better. I need numbers.
Numbers?
I need numbers. I need
what kind of numbers?
I need bullet points.
Bullet points. There you go. Microsoft Word, man.
You know.
You can do dashes. You can do big dots. You can do the little dots. You can do empty dots.
I really need numbers. Numbers.
Because
you're going to be like, this is the first thing that I want.
Number A.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't do that. Numbers A. But so it was commissioned in 2014, and it was a light. He also did a light novel based on it that he actually put out before the movie. I want to read that
novel. I genuinely want to read that novel. Anyone who's listening to this, please go watch this fucking movie. It's so good.
And the novel has the same name. It's a light novel and same name.
Okay,
should be out in stores. I would think. Like I said, came out in Los Angeles in 2016. Huge acclaim for the animation, the music, the visuals, and the emotional weight.
Fucking well deserved.
Won Best Animated Feature at 2016 Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards, 49th. That can't be right. Film Festival, and at the 71st Mainichi Film Awards, and nominated for Best Animation of the Year at the 40th Japan Academy Prize. And as of 2021, a live-action American remake by Paramount Pictures is in development. That was as of last year. So
don't you ruin it, you bitches. Don't you fucking ruin it.
If it's anything, hopefully it won't be like the terrible Death Note
because let me tell you,
adaptation that was
you know
made.
what they better fucking do? They better make focus entirely verbatim on that one fucking scene that they played like 8 times, and I'm fine with it, where she was in the field with her hair cut and she looks up at the comet.
Yes.
Because that scene happened so many times in it, and every time I saw it, I was like, oh, is this the moment? Is this the fucking moment? Because like I was so fucking, it was so good. It's a
just the way it looked, just the hue of the comet in the sky. I mean, they literally showed it multiple times from different aspects, different times.
Yeah, part of it breaking off.
Right. But you don't see that moment until it's too late.
Yes.
So, which is almost like mid or
it keeps showing parts of it of her looking up and the comet's coming, and then like throughout the thing.
But it's just supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to be passing overhead.
Yes, close enough that you can see it, but not to the point where it's going to smash into Earth.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter because we're not fucking doing specific details.
We're not doing
I'm telling you. Oh god.
Yeah. So the story came to Makoto after he visited Uriagi, Natori, Miyagi Prefecture in July of 2011. And this was after the Great East Japan earthquake occurred.
Oh.
So think of the visuals of literally a comet hitting the ground versus an earthquake. You have to think it's pretty much
similar.
Very, very similar, especially if the ground gives way.
Yeah.
So, and he even did some of his sketches that he did from that trip have been in exhibitions too.
Okay.
So I feel like when he takes Okudera. Mrs. Okudera.
Okay.
Okudera? Yeah, when he takes her on that date, and they go to the art museum.
They go to the art museum, and he gets
I don't think it's clout, but I think it's just showing that art really does play a huge role in this movie because once again his art versus this, and then when he goes for that job interview at the end for landscaping.
Yeah,
he's going to be doing sketches and stuff. So it's
that makes
art.
sense.
It's art heavy.
Yes, which obviously I'm a fan of, anyways.
Of course.
But I mean, oh god, if I could even get to the story, hurry up and tell your thing so I can tell that story some because I love it so much.
Okay. So actually, the movie wasn't initially named your name.
Really?
No, it's actually has at least 2 other names that came before it. When he first presented the proposal, it was. Let me see, what is it? Blah, blah, blah. Nope, that's not it. It was. Nope, that's not it. God damn it! I swear, I had everything put out properly, and then all of a sudden, nope, you can't find it.
Nope. Having a problem?
You can't find
Oh,
it.
no!
How dare you, goddammit.
Okay, so...
okay, there it is.
Are you good?
Yeah. Yume to Sharisibe, which is knew it was a dream, which was derived from a Japanese poem.
Okay.
Then it was Sekai no Hanban, you are half of this world, before it finally became Your Name.
Your Name, okay.
But then you see how Your Name plays into it. What's your name?
Yeah.
And then when they're
that was the first thing
they're
they wrote on
screaming for each other. What's your name?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
and they were like, that was the first thing they wrote on each other's hand, I think. What's your name? Or
even inspiration wise, Shuzo Oshimi's Inside Marie, Round My Half. If you've even heard of Round My Half, it's an interesting anime. It's an interesting one.
Nope.
The Heian period novel Tori Kaibaya Monogatari, and Greg Egan's short story The Safe Deposit Box, and even Interstellar by Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Were resources for it. So as far as real life places that actually he used or had inspiration from, Hida in Gifu Prefecture, and their library, Shinjuku, Shinano Machi Station, pedestrian bridge, which is the bridge they cross and see each other on.
Yeah.
And Yatsuya Station, and the town of Itamori is, like I said, fictional.
Yeah. Well, like, the town of Itamori I really enjoyed because it was like, if you look at the artwork for it, even when he was doing his hand sketches, it was just a series of houses surrounding a perfectly circular lake.
Right.
Because it was a crater.
Right. There, technically, by the time of the last impact, are 3 fucking craters.
Yeah. Yeah, and then because when he finally finds it, and it's mostly destroyed, there are 2 craters.
Right, so you have the
lake, and then you have the secondary crater that destroyed the town.
Right.
And it's behind a fence, and so he's very upset, obviously. When he's trying to find her. Because it focuses a lot on him halfway through the story because he's trying to find her because you realize that he's in the current time.
Right.
She's 3 years in the past. And then he realizes what happens.
Yeah, because he's was almost right after the date, and he wants to tell her something the next time they switch bodies.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't. Happens.
Yeah, he doesn't switch bodies, and he's like,
what the shit?
What the fuck?
So he's sending her texts, he's calling her, but there's no
But every time he tries to call,
Yeah.
it goes right to not even voicemail.
This
It's
number
just like, this number doesn't
disconnected,
exist.
or they're outside of the
But she's
service
trying
area.
to do the same thing.
Right.
Where the number is disconnected because they're trying to call each other, and they're like, what the fuck's happening? It's because they're 3 years fucking apart.
Once again, that whole fantasy thing just throws you off.
Yes.
You're like, okay, so it's not only that they're doing a Freaky Friday and changing bodies, but there's a 3-year time difference. But that also goes into play to what the grandma says one of the times when he switches bodies with Mitsuda.
Yeah, and she's like,
you're dreaming.
You're dreaming. Like, you're not real, are you? Or like, you're not her.
Right.
Like, she notices. But then she just like talks to him like it's no big deal.
Right.
But because she was like, oh, I used to switch bodies or whatever.
Yeah, her and her mom. Like it's a family trait for the Miyazu.
Miyazu. Okay. Yeah.
Miyazu clan.
But like, what I really, and there's so many things about this thing I really liked. It's so stupid. I loved it.
Yeah. Okay. Once again,
But
got emotional.
yeah,
I got emotionally invested.
That's
in this.
totally fair. I got emotionally invested. I didn't like tear up like a bitch, but I I only said that to see her reaction.
Fuck you.
If I had any emotions left, I might have teared up.
It was so good.
But it was so fucking good. But when he realizes, it's like at one point they're going back and forth, and you're like, okay, this is the norm. and then they're trading places back and forth frequently. They're like
having whole ass
messaging back and
conversations with each other through their written word.
Yeah. Just like one comment a day, and then like he wakes up, he reads her journal that she wrote him, and then he writes her another journal, blah 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 blah.
And he set whole ass ground rules of how to live,
ground
with
rules,
each other.
what to touch, what to not do, shit like that. Okay,
Yeah.
So they go through that shit, and then suddenly, when he's not doing it anymore, he starts searching for her. Because she's like, hey, the comet's coming tomorrow. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And it was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he starts trying to search for her. And then all the messages on his phone from her start disappearing. And she's trying to figure out what's going on. And then when he realizes what happens, he's like, okay, because a lot of his life is based on just his work. His daily work. He goes to school, he goes to work, he goes home. He goes to school, he goes to work, he goes home. And he's in Tokyo. Like, It's always people-centric. He takes the bus, train, and all that shit.
Yeah.
Her life is based on tradition.
Yeah. So
she makes that
she's basically a priestess at her shrine.
She makes like wine, like chewing up rice and spitting it back out.
It's a offering to the gods.
Yes, because you're giving part of yourself.
Right. So
but like they do the winemaking in public, but showing her spitting it out is considered like improper. And so they have the long sleeves of their kimono and they cover up their mouth when they spit because it's her and her sister doing it.
Right.
But then once they realize that, or once he realizes that, shit's crazy and he starts searching for her, she goes to a specific spot with her grandmother and her sister, and he says, okay, I have to find that spot. It's the spot at the center of the crater.
Yeah, so the lake is one crater,
but
there's another crater, and this one actually houses what would be considered, I guess, a sacred
shrine. Yeah.
So they have to carry this wine to this shrine and house it there to ferment, and it's their offering to the gods.
Yeah.
Basically.
So he has to go find
it. Once again, 3 craters.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So that means a comet has been and hit 3 times within a 1,200-year radius, getting closer to the town.
Yeah. So fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And so he goes there, he finds her wine, and he knows it was her wine because he was the one who left it there in her body.
Yep.
And so he takes a sip of it, trying to figure out a way, because this is at the point when he hadn't swapped bodies with her for days.
It almost feels
like weeks, maybe.
Yeah, it might have been like almost a month.
Yeah, it was a while, and he was trying to figure out how to get back to her and find her at the same time. So he goes and he finds that place. He takes a sip of the wine, and then he basically passes out, and he wakes up in her body.
It's not even a pass out. This man literally falls through time.
Yeah, because he was looking through like all the different
all the memories. Like he literally saw her being born. He saw when her mother was about to give birth to her sister. Saw when her mother died. Saw when her father
left.
Straight dipped on the family and became a politician. And then when they started switching bodies. Yeah, so it was interesting to see that. Plus the braided cords.
Yeah, the braided cords is something that the girls did with their grandmother often because it was a symbol of the thing. But what was also interesting, like he goes back and he tries to find her. He goes back, and when he finally gets into her body again, his whole goal is to save her in a town. And so he's like going around convincing everyone to leave the fucking town. So he like destroys the power station to get everyone to
this
evacuate.
Wow.
Yes.
All right.
He does everything he can to get everyone out of that fucking town.
Yeah. So Teshi, this dude, works with his father, who is in construction basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got demolition stuff. So what does he do?
He blows
I'm going to grab this demolition stuff and I'm going to blow the shit.
He blows up the power grid.
Yeah, not to mention secondary explosions and shit. He was like, "Ooh, shit."
Yeah, whoops.
I was like, might have gone a little overboard.
Just maybe a little bit.
I'm like, God damn. I mean, when you see the initial explosion, it's like, okay, you should just take out like a couple of generators. You'd
Yeah.
be fine. No,
No,
the whole thing.
way. But you know, it's fine because it was going to be destroyed anyways.
That is also true.
But what's funny that is something that they link back to is that Taki is wearing this bracelet for the entire show, and it's like our entire movie, and it's like 3 years he's been wearing this bracelet.
Yeah, he just wears it as a good luck
Yes.
talisman. Doesn't remember where he got it from.
Yeah.
Or who he got
Well,
it from.
apparently where he got it from is as much as he has been searching for her, she searched for him. And she went to Tokyo one day. Mm-hmm. And when she went back to Tokyo, this was 3 years before he knew and
Right.
before he did the thing, swapping bodies with her.
Right.
So when she sees him, she finally finds him, sees him on the train, and is like, oh my God, you're fucking Taki. And he's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Do I know you?
Do I know you? And then she gets shoved out of the train.
It feels kind of bad because it's her kind of feeling like,
He doesn't care.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of hurt. So when you first see that scene in, I guess the first
very beginning.
Yeah, I guess the first version of the timeline.
Yes.
When she's like down, I didn't go to school today, and
Yeah.
then she meets up with Teshi and God, what's her girl's name?
Yurak Yamakura.
Yukura?
Maybe.
Yukari?
Anyways,
Yeah.
her friends. Her friends are a boy and a girl who are obviously in love with each other.
Yay.
Yeah. But when she leaves Taki, he's like, wait, what's your name? And she's like, Mitsuhara. And she throws her ribbon
Yeah, Yukari. Yes.
at
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. So
And he grabs the ribbon, and that's what he's been using as his good luck charm wrapped around his wrist.
yeah.
And he doesn't know, obviously, that it's her.
Not then.
Not then.
But when he finally sees it, he's like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was her. Fuck. And so he goes to that shrine. He goes back in time with her, or as her, and does all his stuff saving the town, or does as much as he can, trying to get the town evacuated. And then when he wakes back up, he goes to the corner of the crater, and that's when the witching hour appears.
Twilight.
Twilight. Yeah, Twilight is the hour in which, I guess time and all it's when magic happens, basically. Yeah. And she is heading there at the same time because she knows that he's there,
right?
Even though it's 3 years in the future.
Well, because she's in the shrine when she wakes up.
Yes.
So she's in the crater, and he's heading towards the crater because he's like, oh shit, she's gonna be there. So they head there at the same. Well, she heads up to the ridge outside of the crater, and then they start calling out each other's names, and they can hear each other through time calling for each other. And they're like, where are you?
Where are you? Where are you? And they're calling each other's names.
And then as the sun is basically touching the horizon and their hands reach out for each other, you see a purple circle engulf both hands. You're like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
Are they? And then, boom! What happens? They're standing right in front of each other. 3-year difference. But
standing in front of each other.
Back in each other's bodies.
Yeah. And they're talking to each other, and you're just like, yes!
So good.
Finally.
It's so
Finally.
good.
And then, they do what kids do.
It was so satisfying.
Yes!
That my heart...
God damn it, it was so satisfying.
No.
There were two immensely satisfying points in this movie. One, when he finally talked to her there.
Yes.
And then at the end, when they're finding each other.
Yes.
And trying to find each other through the city streets.
Even though at that point, they had basically
seen
forgotten.
each other.
Yeah,
because at the end they completely forget about each other, and then it's 5 years later.
Yeah, so it's been a total of 8 years since the comet actually destroyed.
Yeah, for her, and then for him, it's been 8 years, but it didn't have as big of an impact until 5 years previous. So he was going through 5 years of whatever. She was going through 8 years.
Yeah,
knowing that they were looking for something.
Or someone.
Ooh.
Yeah. Always searching. That was always... It was a huge theme for this movie. But the other thing was Makoto wanted to create a movie where the audience could literally put themselves in the position of the characters.
Yeah.
So it was not only the switching of bodies of the main characters, but the switching of the bodies of the cast with us.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. Everyone watch Your Name. Fucking watch it.
Once again, don't let the slice of life.
No, it's so fucking good.
If first and foremost, I feel like it's fantasy before it's
slice of fantasy before slice of life. But slice of life encompasses the whole thing. Fantasy encompasses most of it. Yes. But even so, it's the story is told so fucking well.
The animation quality.
Is fucking amazing.
Good
amazing.
God.
And God damn it. And they find each other and they talk shit. And what I really
let's write our names on.
Let's write our names in each other's hands. Yes, that's what I was getting at. That was what I was getting at. And time's about to go. He's like, let's write each other's names on each other's hands. And so he writes on her hand, and then she's about to write on his hand, and the pen drops.
Barely a line.
Yeah, and it disappears. And then she looks at her hand, and he didn't write his name. He wrote, "I love you." And you're like, you son of a bitch. I'm going to cry, you son of a bitch.
It was so good.
You smooth motherfucker.
Oh, my God. Just thinking about it. Oh, my God. That scene right there was so
good.
God, it fucking hit my heartstrings.
Yes.
Fucking hit me
Yes,
so
it hit
hard.
the heartstrings.
Oh,
and
my God.
You're like, can I meet someone 3 years in the past? No, we can't. But anyways, God damn it, and that's basically it. Like,
that's
the artwork for when. What stands out in my head as far as the artwork is concerned is the view of overseeing the city surrounding the lake before the meteor and after the meteor. Because after the meteor, they have that secondary crater just next to it. Everything is destroyed.
Oh yeah.
Like there's rubble everywhere, but you're seeing it through the gaze of a fence. Mm-hmm. And the artwork for that, I wish I could do that. I can do characters, I can't do landscapes, but that is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, the landscaping for this,
oh god,
as far as views, for the city, for the country,
yeah.
Even when they're just traveling on the bus and you're just looking out, it's fucking great.
Yes.
The billboards,
yeah,
in the city,
yeah.
I mean, so perfectly colored. So the movements so easy.
Yeah. And it's so good. And let me give you the fucking ending, because you're wanting them to meet the whole time, but they both have completely forgotten about each other.
And see, the worst part about this, the worst part is they don't just see each other like once. It's like several times they see each other, but they're just like,
wait, is that the one? Whatever.
Yeah,
and
it's like the feeling's there, but they're just like, like they'll look over their shoulder like, and just walk away. So they do it
because she moves to Tokyo.
Yeah, she finally does it. She
moves to Tokyo.
It's one of her dreams before 3 years prior to the meteor hitting.
Yeah.
3 years prior to for Taki, that same year. Like she's constantly talking about, I got to get out of this town. It sucks here.
Yeah.
I feel those feelings.
I hear you, buddy.
I feel those feelings.
But she wants to get out of the town. She wants to move to Tokyo. She finally moves to Tokyo.
Yeah.
She sees him multiple times, but then the last time, when you're watching, they see each other like from separate subway trains.
Yeah. So it was
looking
funny.
through the doors.
So he sees her in passing as he's on the train, and she's on the train platform the first time.
Yeah.
And then they see each other on the bridge, and he looks back and he's like, I want to say something, but I'm not. So he just keeps walking. And then she stops, and first it's like a little side look,
eye, like,
and then it's like almost full head, and she's like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Then they finally see each other on passing fucking trains, and they're like,
this is it.
They get off at the next station, they fucking run through the city.
And they're running for each other, trying to find each other. And they don't even know where they're fucking going.
No, they're
just
idea.
running down side streets.
Until finally, he's at the bottom of the stairs. She's at the top of the stairs, and they see each other,
and they don't even say anything.
It's so fucking. I feel like
I love it.
It's. I feel like I want to punch both of them.
Yeah, get close so I can one swing both your asses.
They start walking up, walking down, and they pass
each other like it's casual.
Like
they gotta put on their masks.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop.
Talk
He
to
gets
each
to the top. He gets to the top. She gets midway down. He looks back, but he looks. He's about to walk off. And I'm like,
don't you do it, bitch.
Motherfucker, if you don't do it,
do it.
Say something. Fucking say it. Have I met you before? And she looks back, and I swear, it's just like tears start.
Yes.
I was gonna ask the same thing. I was like, oh my God,
stop. My baby.
Stop.
Oh my God.
So innocent.
Oh God. Okay. Oh God.
It was
so good.
Because I was like, you're not going to end this with them not actually fucking meeting up again.
And that was, but you know what? That ending was fucking satisfying.
Oh, it was sad.
So good. Even though you don't know what happened, they just introduced themselves.
I don't care.
And it was so good. Even if they never talked again. It was, like, I don't care what happened afterwards.
No, not after he writes "I love you" in the palm of a fucking hand. I swear to God. I swear to God.
You slick bitch. God damn it.
I swear to God.
Okay.
Yep.
So that was Your Name. Please, anyone listening to this, go watch it. Email us
right now. Comment
on the Facebook, because this movie was so fucking good. And you know what? I'd give a rating right now, 9.5. I loved it. I'm not giving it a perfect 10, even though I really want to.
That's
9.75.
That almost feels very managerial. I can't give you a perfect score because if I do, you can't strive for anything.
Yes,
better. That's bullshit.
9.75 because I loved this movie. I love action, I love drama, I love all that shit. But this movie just felt like it found the perfect combination of rom-com, fucking slice of life, a little bit of fantasy.
Even for something that didn't have a lot of action in it,
it flowed so
gripped me.
well. It gripped you, like I said, like less than halfway through, and I'm staring at the TV like I'm not moving until I finish this fucking movie.
Callback. Grip it!
Grip it!
Yeah. It literally...
It took my nuts and it went, grip it! I'm like, okay!
It took me about a fucking ankle and just swung me around. Oh, God! Yeah.
But it was so fucking good.
So not 9.75?
I give it a 9.75.
9.75?
Oh, I got to think of something. 9.75 ribbons.
Ribbons?
10 ribbons.
Oh, this guy over here. You know what? I'm one up in you. I'm one up in you. No. This was an emotional roller coaster. No. And I loved every goddamn minute of it.
So did I.
9.95.
Okay. All right, I'm changing my 9.95. That's fine.
Sakes.
I'll agree. 9.95.
Sakes.
If you think there's a better one, anybody listening to this.
Oh.
Tell me.
As far as slice of life,
I'm excited.
This is
the epitome.
Once again, we've added Weathering with You to the list.
Yes.
If this is anything like Weathering with You, or if you feel that Weathering with You was better than this, hit us up. Let us know. Yeah,
fucking tell me.
I'll be down. I'm down
because I tell you what, again, I wasn't expecting
Makoto Shinkai fucking hit a home run with this.
Yes. This should be, if anyone says I would like to try a slice of life, if you start with this one, you're going to be depressed from every other slice of life.
That's fair.
Because I feel like every other slice of life is going to be a step down.
A poor pale comparison.
Because this fucking movie, I was not expecting this at all.
No.
But watching it, and I got halfway through it, it's so fucking good, you guys. Yeah, you have to watch this.
We're going to sell it up. We're going to keep selling it up.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, when I actually get around to doing the advertisements for this one, I'm going to fucking tee this shit.
Oh, my God. It's so good, everyone. Anyone who watches this, please watch this.
Matter of fact, I might start teeing up the fucking adverts right now.
A month in advance?
A little bit. Oh, my God.
Hey, guess what, guys? 4 weeks from now, we're going to start watching Your Name.
You know what? Maybe I should just do that. Be like, guess what, guys? We're ahead of the game. We got episodes out. We got episodes in hiding. Guess what? We'll put them out when we want to. But
because we record these 5 weeks in advance.
Yeah, we're ahead.
We try to have
just in case.
A nice little bankroll, just in case some tragedy happens.
Exactly.
We'll still continue to be able to have shit out there for you guys.
Proper.
So, is there anything else you want to say about this movie? Besides the fact you loved it? Because I feel like we said that like 150 times.
The literal last note I have on this page, literal last note, once I finish the movie, beautiful.
So fucking beautiful. Good. So beautiful.
Just...
I can't.
We can't not sell this one enough.
No, we cannot. Please watch this. You know what? It's like this one and Ninja Scroll. Watch these.
Yes.
Those are the ones.
They are literally like on two different spectrums. But guess what?
They are both fucking amazing. Equally fucking amazing.
You want action? You want crazy shit popping up? Ninja Scroll. You want something that's going to tear at your fucking heartstrings?
And just you're gonna love the story. Your Name.
Yes.
Just give it like 20-30 minutes.
Yep.
Like it might take a second to get into it because you're trying to figure out what's going on, but goddamn it, when you get in there, it's gonna be so fucking good. Okay.
You will be satisfied.
9.95. Jay,
what's up?
How can they contact us?
Hey guys, you can kid us on Facebook, KJNA Podcast. Got a page. Hey, you can also talk to us directly in our community, KJNA community.
Please
you
make
can
a
also
post.
go
Talk
ahead
to us.
Yeah.
I will respond.
I literally just throw shit in there and be like, do you like this?
Do you find this funny?
Do you like Sandman? It's so good. Go watch Sandman on Netflix. But we ain't talking about that right now. You can also hit us up on Twitter. We are at KJNA Podcast.
No.
You can find us on Instagram, KJNA Podcast. Yeah. That's
yeah.
fine.
How about what if they were on Instagram?
KJNA Podcast.
Right.
Hey.
Okay. What about
TikTok?
TikTok, yeah. What is
KJNA
that?
Podcast.
Oh.
Hey. Guess what?
What?
You can also email us at KJNAPodcast@gmail.com.
God, we're so consistent.
Holy
I love
shit.
that about us.
I know.
We're so consistent. All right, everybody. We really like this fucking movie, and we really enjoyed talking about it. So let us know how we did.
For sure.
Contact us.
Bye.
See you next time.